Hey, this is Jay Paige with the Cultt. We got a two-parter with Greg Erskine and Russel Jarres. We're running through Rot Black Sludge, or the Shadow King's Lost Heir for Mork Borg. This is our first time playing Mork Borg, so forgive us if we tweaked a few things along the way. Thanks.
The Cultt.
Okay, this is Jay Paige. We're going to be playing Mork Borg today with Greg Erskine and Russel Jarres. We're doing the first introductory adventure, which is included with Mork Borg. We're doing Rot Black Sludge, or the Shadow King's Lost Heir. And we'll see how much of it we can get through before we just melt in the sludge and we're fucking dead. We've got Mr. Russel Jarres with us today. How are we doing, Mr. Russel Jarres?
I'm doing good. Mork Borg.
Mork Borg. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are playing today?
I will be playing Vagel Zygmundsson. Vagel Zygmundsson. Disposed royalty. He was down on his luck in this dire land. He was recently in a high court, and then when his father was killed, he's now been kind of brought low, and he's been traveling around, and he's had some hard times. He's got an eye patch as of late with a festering eye wound.
That's not good. So it's not just for aesthetic purposes. It's to cover up a hideous, disgusting eyeball.
Yes. As far as, aesthetics, he is very... he misses the old life, and he does not fit in his new environs where he... and he has a squire, Hampton. You may know him well. But he is... He's looking to make a comeback here. He's looking to, scrap some stuff together and make it back on top. So,
and Vagel seems kind of like he might be a lonely guy. Is with Hampton being around, is there any relationship forming there at all, or is this strictly a boss squire relationship? Things happen on the road.
They absolutely do. In this case, Vagel just despises Hampton. Just doesn't see him, just so beneath him.
That's understandable.
But it's I can't speak for Hampton. I feel like I've seen some advances, but why wouldn't I? I feel like everyone's giving me advances because why wouldn't they?
Yeah, Hampton is kind of garbage.
Okay,
so he gets what he gets. No love lost. Mr. Greg, who do we got over there?
I got Kratar. He's an esoteric hermit, and he has a hawk friend.
And who is his hawk?
Deathblade is the hawk's name.
That's a cool name for a hawk.
Well, that's what Kratar thought, and that's why he named him that.
Kratar sounds like a pretty cool dude.
He's not. He is a horrible little nihilist, and he is cruel and hard to get along with.
Yeah, that hits kind of close to home.
Yeah, well, this is going to be a very... it's going to be a nice session for you.
All right, so we're gonna work our way through and see how far we get through this. We're heading off to an accursed den where there are naughties and baddies up to naughtiness and baddiness. You face execution for heretical theft, but a masked seer, a courtier of the Shadow King, offered you a chance at life. The king's one true heir, his son Alden, is missing. Without an heir, the Shadow King will eventually be forced to hand his crown to his imbecile brother. Get him back discreetly, and wealth, life, and freedom will be yours. It's believed Alden is imprisoned in an infamous underground locale, a place no free man would willingly go, a place known as the Accursed Den. So we're gonna zoom ourselves in to a dungeon deep beneath the ground where the Shadow King has been keeping numerous awful human beings, two of which are you. And over the days, many of them have been called out, and bit by bit, all the others have kind of been disappeared. Someone iced them. Who knows where they were sent off to? Probably a nice place. Eventually, it's just you two that are left, and a seer is sent down. There's a little crone old lady who comes down and gives you the lay of the land to essentially let you know, like, hey, you're going to die. Or maybe you guys could go to the Accursed Den, a horrible place that no one wants to go to, but you two are expendable, and you seem like you'd want to go to the Accursed Den in order to save Alden.
Are we in the same jail cell?
Yeah,
Have we been?
This was a communal cell. It could probably hold up to 20 terrible people who might all turn on each other at any point. But now it's just down to the two of you. Do you think you two? Do you think you've become close over your prison time, or are you shifty-eyed looking at each? Are you not trusting of other weirdos who are also imprisoned, or do you think you two have bonded over this time in prison?
I don't believe we've bonded.
Yeah, I find his hermitage just repulsive.
Yeah, I don't. I think he wears too many clothes, the fancy stuff.
Yeah, well, the hermit's good at,
wearing
alone
sackcloth.
time. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And burlap.
He looks comfortable in here.
Yeah, not everyone needs Vigil lording over everything, and so the guards open up the gates, and the seer comes in order to essentially set you guys off to the Accursed Den. And this little old lady walks up to you and says, Vigil, and then hobbles over and says, Gratar.
What do you need?
Your destiny lies in the Accursed Den.
I don't believe in destiny. I don't believe in nothing. Listen up. I don't believe in accursed dens. Oh, there's only regular dens to me. Because this whole freaking world is accursed.
Death awaits you. She's actually pretty nice. Oh. Can you guys how about you each give me a D8 roll and let me know what you got? Because this seer is going to see some things.
We got a 4. Both of us got a 4.
Ooh, someone re-rolled just so, because we don't want to get the same fortune.
I got an 8.
Yeah, that's better. The seer walks up to Kratar first. She can't see very well. She kind of like reaches out and feels over your face, and so ugly. Very well. Let me foresee what is to come in the Accursed Den. And her eyes roll back in her head, and she starts humming, and she grabs your hand and squeezes your hand tight and says, I fear none have ever willingly escaped the Accursed Den. I fear Alden may be unwilling to leave this place. Ooh, and her eyes fucking like spin around and then pop up as 7s. Jackpot! And she lets go of you. Don't touch me, you disgusting. She then starts to hobble over towards Vigil. Vigil, are you standing or sitting right now?
It's pronounced Vagil.
Oh, Vagil, sorry.
And I'm obviously standing. I am just generally concerned about this woman, this interaction.
Are you always standing?
If I can. But when I sleep.
She works Vagil, and she kind of like walks and censors her way over to you. You are standing.
Can you do it without touching me?
Well, somehow she ends up sitting on your lap, but you're still standing. But this could just be this. Maybe this helps her see things a little bit. And she kind of paws your face and so unugly. I don't know a word for that. And you rolled a 4. Her eyes roll back. She keeps touching your face. Like she's a couple of her fingers kind of go in your mouth a little bit and kind of fiddle with your tongue. And
very concerned about my wound.
The lamps, they burn red. The lamp oil touched with human blood. Cannibals, They feast upon their own kind. And she just gives you a little peck on the lips. And it says, guards, take them away. And the guards take you away. Off you go to the accursed dead. Zoop! You're there. You walk down a steep staircase into kind of like a cave. You're coming from a southern entrance, so you're working your way north as you go down these steps.
Guards, I really hate to do this to you. I have an accursed sword. It's part of my package called Eureka. If you could get my Squire Hampton to bring that sword, it's really, I'm not going to be able to do much in the den. It's part of what the seer, I think we made an arrangement. She didn't tell you about it, but
I don't need a sword. I don't believe in swords. Swords are too fancy for someone like me. I'll do this. And I pick up a stick off the ground. That'll be my staff.
You talking about that guy down there? And these kind of lower doors open at the bottom of the stairs. And as the light from outside the cavern kind of comes in, epic music starts to build. And standing there in the doorway is Hampton. And he says, "Oh, my liege, I've been waiting for you. I was not imprisoned like you were. I wasn't in the files. But I still told them that I would like to place my life on the line for my liege. And I'm here, and I also have Eureka, your special sword."
Yes, Hampton, enough with the chit-chat. Please, come along.
Did you
Bring
miss
the sword.
me? Did you miss me, sir?
Please fall in line.
Sire, it looks like you have some lipstick on your face. Are you seeing another squire?
No, Hampton. It was an incident with Don't worry about it. And I'm just like pull out a napkin, start kind of fidgeting it, and licking it, and just being like, "I said, fall in line."
Okay, yes, sir. Yeah, sorry, sir.
It wasn't from me.
What the heck? The guards are locking you down there. You could, at some point in this accursed den, if you guys feel, you know what, this isn't my thing, I'm going to run for my life, you could just run south, run up the stairs out of the accursed den. The guards will kill you. So they're kind of posted there, not so much to be a help, just to slaughter you if you try and escape. And one of the guards just kind of goes like, go find Alden. Yes, I know. I'll make sure that they come back with it. Go find Alden. The room you're now in, you have entered into the entrance of the accursed den. There is a stale smell all around this room. Place is dank. You see lit oil lanterns hanging all around the room. There is a small stream of water that is cutting kind of east-west through the middle of this room. To the north, there are two doors. There's two wooden doors. One's a little bit more to the left, one's a little bit more to the right. Both doors are wooden doors that look like they're slightly ajar, but they're not jars. They're doors, wooden doors. And in the distance, this is pretty far off, but you can hear very faint violin music somewhere up ahead. The only other thing that would kind of jump out to you is Hampton is kind of like piddling around you two guys, and he keeps swatting at the air. All up and down the little stream that's cutting across this room, there's butterflies. They don't seem to really be doing anything in particular, but they're kind of hovering around the water. They're little black violet butterflies that kind of like almost like iridescent little purple markings on them, but they just seem to be fluttering, hovering just a little bit above the water. And Hampton, who really doesn't have any butterflies near him at all, just keeps swatting in front of his flake. Keep them off of me, sir. Keep them off of me. But there's no butterflies like in front of Hampton. They're mainly sticking near the water.
I think we need to be careful here, Cartar. I mean, how How good are you at sneaking? I mean, I know you're a very dirty, solitary man. I mean, do you think you can... What's your plan to get through this den?
Kratar, give him your plan. I'm sorry, my liege.
First things first. Deathblade, go get a snack. And I send my hawk to go get one of the butterflies.
Oh my god!
That's what a hawk sounds like.
Hampton starts swatting in front of his... The Deathblade is nowhere near Hampton, but Hampton just starts swatting in front of his... Like, keep my eyes! Protect my eyes! Sir! Oh, God!
Do I roll to see whether Deathblade gets one of the butterflies?
You're sending Deathblade. Would you like Deathblade to kill a butterfly, or is this like a get it with a talon and bring it back to you type of thing?
Let's have it retrieve a butterfly.
Roll yourself up a d20.
That's a 12.
I'm going to take it. They're butterflies, and Deathblade is fucking Deathblade. The three of you, not so much Hampton, but the two of you just kind of stand there in awe as this majestic, predatory bird just fucking laser sights this hapless, innocent little flittering insect and just boom, just nails it right out of the sky and brings it right back to you. Does he land on your shoulder, or do you need to put like an arm out like a falconer for him to come back to you?
I'm just going to have it land on my shoulder. I can't be bothered to lift an arm.
Okay.
That's too much like believing in something.
Yeah,
I'm a nihilist.
He comes right back and just sinks some talons right into your shoulder and then hands you the butterfly.
I examine the butterfly. Is there anything unusual about it?
Usually you're used to seeing a lot of moths, and the moths usually have like disgusting like skull shapes and stuff on them, or like around rotten things. These just like the water seems like it's kind of fresh, clean water. The butterfly seems happy with itself.
Okay. I'd like to... The butterfly is alive still.
The butterfly's currently alive.
Okay. I'd like to just tuck away the butterfly so that maybe we can use this butterfly later for something.
Okay. And where would you like to stick this butterfly on your bodice?
I would like to put it between folds of my fur armor.
Mm-hmm. I can only assume...
By my clavicle.
Yeah, it feels... I'm going to guess it feels
Star Trek
comforted.
community.
This is like a motherly type of like held close to your breast, like warm, snuggly. And that's what flying insects enjoy, is that kind of like smothered up against a mammal feeling.
Yeah.
It's like back to the cocoon.
Yep.
The cloth mother. That's me. That's my nickname.
Vagil, is there anything that you'd like to get up to?
Well, I'm still trying to understand that they've Kratar, you said first off, and now second of off. I mean, you can't just kill butterflies all day. I mean, what are we getting?
I didn't kill that one.
That's true.
It's nestled against my breast.
Be careful, sir. He could kill a butterfly.
I thank you.
I could kill a butterfly without even thinking about it if I wanted to.
I can sense it off of him. He's a murderer.
Hampton, please.
Sorry, sire.
Do you have a plan?
My plan was to get a butterfly.
Makes sense.
Mission accomplished.
Peons. I'd like to go creep by the door and listen and look with my good eyes.
Oh, my
and ears.
sire is so good at being a creep.
Are you going to cross the river?
I am.
Good luck, sir. Which of the doorways are you heading toward? I mean, you can check out.
I'm kind of in the middle,
both
low.
of them.
I'm very low, trying to be like a little stealthy.
You
but
totally
not too low because I don't want to get like my clothes dirty.
Yeah, you get over that little stream, that little creek, no problem. There's no issues with it. But there, on the north side, there's essentially like a door to the northwest and a door to the northeast. I'll follow you, sir. Which of the two doors are you being a creep at?
I'll go to the northwest door first.
Okay. There is a little bit of light coming through. Would you like to press your ear up against it, see if you hear anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
As I get closer to one of the two doors, do I hear, or is this door, does the violin music get louder or quieter?
The violin music is kind of steady because it's definitely far off.
Piped in.
Yeah. And
What genre are we talking here?
mournful.
Dirge-like.
Yeah, kind of. I'm not sure who picked out the playlist for it, but it does seem to be kind of sad. Maybe you could dance to it. But I think that'll be a roll for another time.
The Cursed Den Orchestra.
You get up to the door. You kind of lean towards it a little bit. It's not locked, and it is slightly ajar. When you put your ear against it, you don't hear anything in the room itself going on. And even just kind of leaning your head and ear against it a little bit, it creaks open a little bit more and just and swings open a little bit more. And you see a room that is filled with light. It looks like it's a dining hall. There's a table in the room. It doesn't look like there's like anyone moving around in the room, but at the head of this large, lengthy, kind of great hall table, it could maybe fit like 20 people. Sitting at the head of this table is a body, but it's not moving. There doesn't seem to be any movement inside. It's not as dank as where you guys are now. Pretty dank.
Is your ear still against the door, or have you moved away from it?
I think that's like just like, did the whole door open?
It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
80%
following
open.
it with your ear?
No. I think
All
I probably
three of you
like,
right now are very much like Three Stooges
got back, yeah.
with a like a low head, a medium head, and a high head, and you're all leaning forward kind of at the same level in a doorway that seems like it's mostly open.
whisper / yell into the room.
Alden, answer him! I'm sorry, my liege. She's no respect anymore.
There's no response from anything going on in there.
Can I pick up a rock?
Yes?
I'd like to throw a rock at the dead body thing, or maybe a live body.
Let's D20 it.
Yeah.
And why don't we go with agility? So we get like a nice targeted ping.
That's a 2 plus a 1.
Ow! What I ever do to you?
And you just ping Hampton right off the back of the head with a rock.
I was trying to get you to move forward.
Well, I did knock him in the back of the head.
And now Hampton's standing up. He's kind of just like backed up into the room. He's holding onto his master's sword, Eureka, and he's fully standing in the room, kind of like annoyed, while you two are in the doorway, arguing back at you, being like, please do not throw rocks at me.
I can't promise anything.
I may be from a lower caste, but that does not give you the right to disrespect me as a person.
It does, I'm afraid. I'm
I think Deathblade.
No,
would back me up on
Hampton,
this one.
I'm starting to warm up to Kratar here. That was he's right.
You're right, sir. I'm sorry.
I've been.
Do you want to throw a rock at him too?
Hampton hands
I just want
Kratar
to-
back the rock and goes,
I'm sorry. It's this
fine.
place. This place is really,
This
I'm
has
snapping.
quickly become one of my favorite rocks. Thank you for handing it back.
If you would like him to be her rock bearer,
No, thank you.
Would you like me to hold on to the rock for you, sir?
I'll keep the rock on my person,
Thank
close
you.
to my butterfly and my heart.
Hampton does a little like mental inventory tally on what his own carrying capacity is. And he's just very thankful that he doesn't also have to carry that rock on top of like the sword and all the other stuff. So he is appreciative that so far you are carrying a rock and a butterfly.
I'm going to put the rock into like the side of my boot.
Well, I never thought about that. That's a good spot.
So inside this room, it is well lit. So there are oil lamps. And by oil lamps, we're talking about like big, heavy, like built in. So it's not something you can necessarily take.
On a sconce?
Sconce is the word I'll go with. If you do need to light something, like it's a flame. So if you had torches or anything like that you want to light off of it, you could. But you wouldn't rip the whole sconce out of the wall. It would just ruin the entire aesthetic of what's there. The table looks like it seats about 20. There are dinner settings, place settings at every single seat at the table. There's a couple chairs that are pulled out, but there's no food at any of the settings. So it's not royal. It's not, expensive stuff. It's just kind of pewter plates and bowls and some forks and stuff. But all the place sittings are there. The body that was at the head of the table is a bearded man. He sits at the far end of the table, skin ashen gray, eyes dark, dressed in a dusty old cloak. It looks like there's esoteric runes scrawled all over him. It is impossible to tell from where you're at if he's alive or not. Otherwise, in the rest of the room, there's a door to the north and there's a door to the east.
I'm just kind of, after all this Hufflepuff with like, Hampton and the Rock, I'm just like, what's it? Hampton. And I just like kind of get up and I'm less, but I'm still like visibly nervous. And I start sort of creeping down the table and, maybe by the bearded man, I'm trying to check out if like what the situation with the doors are, if they're ajar either. Like I'm nervous. I was nervous to begin with.
Yeah, north door.
The cursed den did not make me more comfortable.
That violin music is still very distant. North door is closed, but you don't hear anything particular going on beyond it.
As I'm walking by the bearded man, do I see any like eye? I'm like kind of just like looking like eye tracing, anything like that? Like,
absolutely nothing.
Kind of right before, like as I pause, like kind of like just near his eyesight, I'm just like not close to him, but like wave like that, just like still not. I'm just like as I kind of, and then I check that north door as I'm.
He's not flinching, sir.
Oh, yeah. But I'm still like I didn't really go near him.
He doesn't
like
you're close enough. You can tell he's not a statue. Yeah. He's not fake.
But I still don't know if he's living or dead.
No.
Yeah. It's just like
and he's
his
just,
eyes are open.
Yeah, perfectly still. Just there's even a little bit of dust that has like built up on his shoulders. But it's definitely not like a skeleton or a mummy or anything like that.
We can't read the runes that are on him.
You might be able. You're an esoteric.
I'm esoteric.
Hermit. Why don't you give me a D20? Give me a presence.
Presence is 0, so that's a big 6.
They're definitely esoteric runes, but they are not your style of esoteric runes. But as a hermit, you're not really trained in runes.
Yeah.
And a lot of the ones that you have been scrawling are kind of like your own made up alphabet.
Okay. Can I search his body? Can I give him a little pat down?
A little pat down?
Yeah.
Yep. There's nothing. He doesn't have any items on him. He's clothed.
Yeah.
But he doesn't respond to you.
As you're doing this, I'm just by the north door. I pull out a scarf and kind of wrap around like a nice little decorative scarf.
And Hampton is standing right next to you as you're watching, and Hampton is just breathing really heavy.
I say, Hampton, powder. Hampton, powder.
Look at him.
And he knows to like powder me, like give me.
Oh, so yes, sorry, sir. I was watching Kratar touch that old man, and I don't know where my mind went off to for a moment. Pleasures are few and far between in this world, and I thought I'd get a little bit of a show.
Trust me, Hampton.
Yes, well, I'll make you pretty, sir. I'll make you the prettiest in the room. And you pat him down. You give him a whole, full figure TSA. He doesn't respond.
I'm going to pull the chair back a little.
His chair?
Yeah.
He goes with it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's heavy. It feels like there's a body.
I'm going to turn him so that he's facing the door towards the next room.
He's still the same as he was initially, although he's facing in a different direction.
Okay. How much does he feel like he weighs?
He is... This is not a healthy world. And it doesn't look like there's any food on the table. But he's older. It's hard for me to guesstimate, not being an elderly man myself, but I got to assume all elderly men under 100.
Yeah, they're like 60, 40 pounds.
Yeah, it's hard to guess at what point they're officially dead and they're just like a husk. Yeah. Versus being frail. But he's definitely, well, we'll put it this way. He's heavy enough that there's liquid coursing through those veins.
Okay.
What a very Mork Borg way to describe a person.
I'm gonna explore this table, cave style. I'm gonna go under the table and look and see if there's anything underneath the table that I'm missing.
You do not see any trapdoors, hidden tricks.
Upside down food?
No.
Okay.
Underneath the table, it actually looks like underneath a table.
Okay.
Can you describe that to us?
You look up and you see like the underside of oak planks. Can you give me another D20 roll with agility?
That's an 18.
You deftly maneuver underneath this table. You don't bump into a single goddamn chair. You get out the other end without even nudging a single thing.
That's how you do it.
Do you see that, sir?
Yes, he just crawled under a chair, Hampton. Please. Or table. Whatever.
I thought it was impressive.
Hampton, let us check this other door.
The door that is more to the east, you move towards the northern door, I believe.
Which was locked.
It's not locked, but it's closed.
Okay, it's closed. I don't notice anything.
You could give it a little handle jiggle if you want to give it a handle jiggle.
Okay, well,
That's it.
take it back. Can I listen at the north door?
Yeah, you listen. You don't hear anything.
Okay.
Relatively quiet.
Okay.
I mean, there is the violin Spotify
Like music.
playlist.
Yeah,
But I mean, you know it's moved to another song because there was a brief ad
Yeah.
in between, and then it went to the next song. But it's still like in the distance.
Is the Cursed Den just the Peabody Mall repurposed?
Yes, it's Suburbia is the Mork Borg.
Yeah, there's playing just like very light music.
A dark mall.
There's scents. It smells good in here. There's like piping in.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, Cinnabon.
Yeah, and this particular room is warm and kind of smells like it smells like there had been food in there at some point.
Oh, what kind of food?
Kind of like
Red
Renaissance
Robin.
fair bullshit.
Big old turkey leg?
Yeah, I can imagine someone's
Red Bull.
like, here's some mead and here's a turkey leg, and I'll take that's going to be 70 tickets for those. So that's the northern door, but you're not messing with that door at all. Right?
Yeah,
It just took a little.
I'm a very calculating,
The
conflicted,
other
worried.
door to the east, pretty high probability that there's something going on in the next room. The door itself is slightly ajar. You can hear there's people. There's discussions, there's talk. You can't really make out what it is, but there's definitely something going on in the room to the east. However, you guys haven't been particularly loud, or you haven't been making a ruckus. So you haven't drawn the attention of anything that's going on in that room to the east. But the door to the east is just slightly ajar.
Is it a jar coming in towards us?
You would be able to just push it open a little bit,
So
and it would open into the
Okay, gotcha.
So you're kind of in a position where who knows to the north, definitely something to the east.
I'm going to push the bearded man in his chair all the way to the eastern door and facing that door.
Okay.
Well-
without touching the door or doing anything else.
I'm not touching the door. I'm just
What
putting it
color
right there.
are the lanterns? Like, they're all just regular.
They're all lanterns, but it looks almost like the some of the glass walling around them, whether it's decorative or not, has a little bit of kind of like a crimson hue. So it's not particularly like crystal
lights burn
clear.
red.
Yeah, it's not.
That's what the seer said.
It's not completely clean light. It's like a little bit of a reddish, little ominous.
Cannibals.
Yeah.
Sire, are there Draculas around here? You know how I feel about Draculas, sir.
Maybe some Frankensteins.
Oh, geez.
Just something that wretched woman mentioned to me about cannibals and red lamps and activating them with human blood.
You see Hampton kind of like stiffens up for a second and is like, sire, but what woman are you talking about? There's a woman?
Hampton, I told you not to be concerned. It's none of your business. It was,
I saw the lipstick, sir.
She was in the jail cell. Don't worry. She thought I was very attractive.
and she was just old and gross and petty and small. And
Did she touch you at all?
She was all over me. Hampton, I don't want to relive it.
Oh, I
told you
think I'm
this.
gonna be sick.
She was extremely hot.
Oh, jeez. Sire, I know I'm not the hottest, but I try. And I hope you can respect me a little bit for that. I'm the one who's here with you right now, not that floozy.
Hampton, I'm going to tell you one more time. I don't want to talk about it.
And
Here come the waterworks.
To the east, you kind of hear like a couple chairs shuffling around, and then you hear some guys in the room to the east.
I come over like muffling up his like Hampton's like.
You hear crying? Melissa, shut up! Melissa. Is Melissa crying? I don't know, but it sounded like it was from over here. Let me go take a look over here. Is it Melissa? It's probably one of the Melissas. You see, like, the door actually, like, creaks open a little bit, and there's a guard in a guard uniform holding the door open, not looking in the room. About 3 feet in front of him in the doorway is an old man wearing a cloak sitting in a chair staring directly at him. And the guard is facing off back into his own room. Well, just make sure Melissa's not crying. I don't want to hear her. Shut up, Melissa! And then he like closes the door with a click, and you hear him kind of walk off, and he starts talking to someone else. And you just hear a lot of like, fucking Melissa, I'm sick of it. And now an elderly man in a cloak is silently staring directly at a closed door that is right almost up against his feet and knees.
Can we tie any part of his cloak to the doorknob?
Can I try? Can I try talking to the old man? Is like if I go over and like what?
You can. I would just. Do you want to talk to him right next to the door, though?
I don't know. If we can I like? Can I?
I can move him back.
Yeah. Could you? Like, could we just?
Well, he's so strong. He just moves him right
we can
back.
just
sir.
quietly.
And where are you moving him to? Back to where he was?
I'll move him back to the other door.
To the door to the north?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This is another door. It's far away from the first
Is
door.
he facing the door? Or is
No,
his
now
back
he's
to-
facing away from the door.
Okay.
So that Vagil can see him.
You don't know that he likes the view a little better, but you can guess maybe he likes the view better. And what's Vagil gonna do to him? You're gonna shake him. Is this a good cop, bad cop thing?
Sir, I'll be the bad cop.
No, I'm gonna like get like.
I'll cut your fucking throat, bro. You do what he says.
Excuse me, sir. Are you okay? Can you hear me?
No facial expression, no body movement, no anything. He's alive. There seems to be like some kind of whispered, empty voice inside of him, but he's not responding to anything in particular. It's just you're up close to him talking, and you can kind of sense that like along with his breath is some sort of speech that you have no idea what it is.
I'm gonna take out. I've got a water skin with 3 days worth of food. I'd like to grab a little morsel of food and kind of push it at his mouth. Is it tasty?
Just silence, and there's a piece of food just like blocking his air passage.
All right, I'm gonna give him the Heimlich maneuver.
Oh yeah, it shoots right across the room, but he doesn't say thank you. He doesn't respond to anything.
All right, I'm gonna go put that piece of food back in my backpack. Yeah.
Kratar, I'm not much of a nasal breather. When I sleep, I don't really breathe through my nose at all. So you just might well be careful when you're sticking things in people's air passages. You wouldn't want to kill this poor innocent man.
I don't care who I kill.
Oh my God.
It couldn't even matter to me if he's alive or not. But it's cool that he didn't die.
Yeah.
Because maybe he's Melissa. Maybe he's the Melissa that we heard rumors about.
I get low and I am like
Are you Melissa?
Hey,
any recognition, eyes, anything.
No response.
Kratar, can I talk to you for a second over here?
Yeah.
And the two of you just kind of
head off to a little side area.
What's up, Ham?
I'm a little worried about my liege. Maybe starting relationships he's not quite ready for. And now I hear him talking about this woman, Melissa. Is he in a relationship I need to know about?
Listen, I'm a hermit. If you think I know about relationships, you're absolutely right. He's ready for a relationship. He's done the work. He's put in the time to work on himself, to make himself a better man. And I think that he's mature enough to go into this with his eyes wide open. So whatever he and Melissa have going on, you better get the heck out of the way.
He takes a big, deep breath and kind of steadies himself. And says, as long as my liege is happy, I'll be there to support him. And he walks over to Vagil and he puts his hand on your shoulder and says, I'm sorry if I'm crossing any lines with this, sir, but I hope you and Melissa are happy. And he just kind of nods and walks off.
Where does he walk off to? Within this room?
About 4 steps away.
Well, while they're talking, I've been gently trying to like look at like this old man's clothes, like maybe like some tags or anything, and see if anyone's written Melissa. And
No, they're all from TJ Maxx, but beyond that, there's nothing to really like let you know what's going on.
Let's check out this door.
I'd like to push open the door to the north.
with him in front of it still.
Yeah. Is he back at the table or is he still in
No,
front?
he's in front of the door facing away.
The north door.
Did you want to turn him to face the door so he could see whatever terror awaits beyond the door?
Sure.
If that's what happened.
I mean, I would think you would want that. Yeah. Both of you, like, kind of with care in your heart, kindness in your eyes, turn his chair and then stand on either side of the door and use one arm to swing the door open so that whatever is beyond there is facing directly at this elderly paralytic man inside of a apparently hospice chair that's minding his own business. Nothing's going on inside that room. It is a long corridor. So looking to the north through this door.
Can we both, since we're on either side of the door, can we both peer in and then look at each other and go, huh? Great. Thank you.
You think for a second that the old man also joined in on that, but it's probably just a figment of your imagination. The corridor ahead of you is dark and cold. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and the violin music is a little bit louder coming from the far end of the tunnel. All along, even though it's dark, there is some light, especially coming in from the door that you just opened. It's, illuminating down and you see light in the distance. There's paintings on both sides of the hallway lining this corridor. Far to the north, you see some light. Just to the east, just when you step in there, there's a door just to the east, and you hear scratching at the door that is just to the east.
Do you think that's Melissa?
Might be. Or it might be some kind of kitty cat. They like to scratch things.
You hear some screaming, and you can kind of hear
From the
echoing
eastern door?
From the eastern door. As soon as you guys start whispering to each other, the scratching like even increases. And all of a sudden there's some screaming, and the scratching kind of becomes a bit frenzied, and you hear back through the dining hall off to that side room. You hear some like more yelling, and the guards go like, "Melissa, shut the fuck up, Melissa. Well, tell her to. Well, I don't care. Fucking hate Melissa. Shut up." But the scratching is like just to the right of you guys as you go in the door.
Sounds like
Kritar, what do you think we should do?
I think we should check out the violin music. That sounds more appealing than a bunch of scratching. Plus, I brought money. It might be a jukebox. He said the table seats about 20. So let's hurry up.
I start moving forward. I whisper in the old man's ear. I'm like, I know you're fucking Melissa. And I just keep walking.
You hear there's another ad on the Spotify playlist in between the violin songs, but you can't. It's still far enough off. It's like muffled. You can't really exactly hear what it is that the advertisers are trying to promote. And then a different violin song comes in, but same mood, same vibe, possibly different artist, but there's no way to know for sure right now. You guys start to move forward through the corridor. You're going to ignore the scratching and whatever garbage is going on to the east. Can each of you roll me a d20 and let's add some presence into that?
I got a natural 1.
Got a 16.
I mean, Vagil, I'd love for that 16 to save you, but I feel like Kratar really Melissa'd this up. With that nat 1, the entire floor of the corridor is going to collapse beneath you guys. The full length of it. It's almost like either end of the corridor was hinged and the middle just kind of breaks and drops out. So you guys go sliding in. Hampton was not paying attention at all. I mean, you can't say he's an innocent bystander, but he was still kind of listening to some of those scratches going on. So this took him rather by surprise, and he does not land like a cat. But you guys are going to go right down this kind of chute, and you're going to end up underneath the corridor in a dark tunnel. It's almost like it slid you down there on the planks of the floor, angled at a steep, 50, 60 degree angle. But it's way lower. So you guys can look up and you can see some of the light up in the corridor up above you. But you're not going to be able to get your way back up there. And where you guys have landed, if you look beneath you, you'll notice that there's a Hampton lying on the ground that both of you are standing on top of. So would either of you like to step off of Hampton?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get off of Hampton.
Thank you, sire.
Okay, he's okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, Hampton.
Sire?
Pitiful.
Sire, I'm sorry. Could you ask Kratar to get off of me also?
Kratar, please get off of the squire.
Why?
So he can carry your rocks and such. I don't know.
I'm carrying my own rock.
You're blocking my air passage.
I did that with the old man earlier.
I thought we talked about, I can't breathe through my nose.
Sort of a running bit.
Yeah. Oh, sire.
Kratar, please. He carries my sword. We need to stick together to get through this. I mean, be reasonable, hermits.
I step like a kind of a foot to the side, so I'm still kind of on his forearm.
As soon as one of your feet comes off of like his chest, it reinflates. It makes kind of like an accordion noise as he fills back up with air.
Well, thank you, Kratar.
Heading to the east is darkness. Not only is it darkness, it's darky darkness. There's a kind of like black sludgy goo that you can see a little bit of a like sparkle on because it's like a little bit sludgy and liquidy, but it seems to be like coating some of the wall. There's a little sizzle every once in a while, and that just goes off into the darkness. To your west, you see some light. Not only is there some light to your west, there seems to be I was gonna say a good smell, but I'm gonna say a healthy smell. There's fresh air to the west. So your options are
Percolate?
sizzling, acidic, black sludge, dark doom tunnel, or to the west, light and fresh air.
Can I scoop a little bit of the goo with my staff? Mm-hmm. And can I look at it more carefully and closely?
Yeah, can you roll a 1d6?
Mm-hmm. That's a 6.
And this is your staff, you say?
Yes.
About how long is your staff?
I'd say it's about human length, so about as tall as me. Let's say, what am I? I'm 5'11".
You're 5'11"?
Yeah.
Your staff is now like 5'8".
Okay.
The tip of it just kind of like sizzled
gotcha.
away.
With a little plume coming off of the top, maybe? Okay.
I mean, it smells a little bit like a tire fire.
Okay.
But, I mean, we don't know what tires are, you know?
I'm going to be honest, Vagil. I don't want to walk through that stuff.
I am already.
It seems like it would eat my feet.
Yeah.
And then my calves, and then my knees. After that, I believe it would eat my thighs as I slowly got shorter.
I did land in a lot of it. It's really kind of singed my back up a little bit.
Oh dang. Well, you as you come to talk with me, I'm already like up the tunnel. I was like, but the other direction, like just like
Heading towards the fresh air and the light, you are heading into a large greenhouse. There's plants. There's palm trees. There's cacti. There's all sorts of different plants that you probably normally wouldn't even see on the surface. It is fully glass enclosed. And when you look up towards where the ceiling would be, you can kind of like see a little bit outside and see a little bit of moonlight like up above the whole thing. There's little kind of mulch paths going through that you guys are following. It's hot. It is humid. It's like stuffy, but it is pleasant. It smells really nice. Same oil lamps hanging around the greenhouse, so it's very well lit. As you follow the mulch paths, you eventually come to a little clearing within this jungle of a greenhouse. And there's a little campfire there, and there is a young lady sitting at the campfire. This is Leslie. Leslie has long, dark hair. Leslie is dressed in a gunny sack with armholes.
I like her style.
Yeah, exactly. And when she sees you, she kind of gives a little nod, like, yeah.
What up, hermit life?
Yeah, one of my own. She is hanging out at the campfire. She beckons you to come closer with a little like hand sign, kind of waves you a little bit closer and goes like, hey there, I haven't seen you guys around here before. You look like you're really worn out. Were you just in the accursed den?
Yeah,
I like your sack.
I like your sack.
She smiles. You guys want to sit for a little bit? It can get dangerous up there. Why don't you tell me what you guys are up to? Maybe I can help you guys.
How'd you find yourself down here, Leslie? Leslie.
Well, I'm a bit of a botanist, bit of a biologist. You guys are in the accursed den, right?
What is it? Where are we exactly?
You're in my greenhouse, man.
And I'm sorry, but who might you be? This is very greenhouse.
Listen, man, there's a lot of weird stuff around here. I tell you what, take a seat at the campfire. I'm going to get you guys a drink. We'll rest a little bit. We'll talk it all out. She starts making some tea at the campfire. She's got there's leaves and herbs and stuff everywhere, but she seems to have some specific ones to kind of crinkle. And she doesn't give you anything just yet because she has to boil and cook whatever she's working on. She goes, so you guys were in the accursed den, right?
We were.
He was.
I'm looking for a man, a boy. Do you know an Alden?
Yeah, I know Alden.
Where we could find him?
Yeah.
Can you take us to him? Take me to take.
Were you sent here to retrieve Alden?
No, we're just checking in on him. We're just friends of friends, really.
So I gotta tell you, you're in a pretty dangerous place. I don't know if they told you that much. Did they tell you about the gutworm?
We haven't seen any gutworms.
Oh, you haven't? Well, that's a shame.
Is it good?
Did you come from the tunnel?
We came from a big tunnel.
That's the
tunnel that we kind of made by stepping on it.
That's one of the gutworm's tunnels. The gutworm is an amazing force of nature. It's gigantic in size, but it burrows all throughout the accursed den. I would love to study it. However, the den itself is causing a bit of a hassle for me. So, have you guys met Fletcher yet?
Is Fletcher an old guy?
Oh, he's probably pretty old, man. Fletcher's the cannibal wizard.
We tried talking to him, but he didn't fletch.
Oh my gosh! So you survived running into Fletcher?
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah. Well, he's like 7 feet tall, face ripped to shreds. He's a horrible monster.
Oh, we probably met a different guy then.
Oh.
This guy is shorter and he doesn't move a lot.
That doesn't sound like Fletcher's always on the move.
Do you know him, the old guy that we talked to?
No, but there's been a lot of people who come in here. I think Fletcher is keeping Alden captive right now. People keep coming in to try and get Alden out, but I'm pretty sure Fletcher keeps eating them. And to be honest, Fletcher is using his powers to try and control the gutworm. So what I've actually been doing, because I have trouble every time I try and go up there, I got to deal with all this Fletcher business. It's crazy up there. They're keeping people captive. I don't want any part of that. What I've been doing is I've been scraping a sludge.
Like this?
Oh,
I point
yeah.
to the end of my staff.
Yeah, you don't want too much of that, though. That'll really mess you up. I've been microdosing it. So I've been down here for years. I just take a little bit. And I take a little bit. I'm not going to give you guys any in this tea because, believe me, you guys aren't hardcore enough to be handling it. But I feel like the more I take, the more attuned I get to the gutworm, and I can really feel the gutworm calling out to me, and he doesn't want to have to do what Fletcher tells him to do.
How would we befriend the gutworm, do you think?
If you could get on the gutworm's good side, I gotta tell you, like, I've been trying to do that for years. That would be awesome. If you can do that, you gotta get me and let me check it out up close and personal. The problem is it's so big and it generally eats anything in its path. Because, it's the fucking gutworm. You know what I mean? We're all just living in the gutworm's tunnels when it comes down to it. And when it's time for the gutworm to eat us, then we get eaten.
Bagel always says that too.
Yep. It looks like tea's ready. And she pours out a couple cups of the tea. Oh, yeah, you can have some too. And she pours a third cup for Hampton. And she puts some herbs in it. And she places the 3 cups out in front of you and goes, well, drink up, and then we'll make a plan to go check out this gutworm. We'll see if we can take care of this Fletcher situation, right?
Sounds good.
I offer a little tea to Deathblade first.
Okay. Deathblade is going to take a little sip of it.
How's he look?
For the time being. All right.
I chug the rest.
I am going to just kind of hang out with my tea, and then she paying attention to me with my tea and such.
Well, I mean, it's customary. Many cultures is kind of considered like a hospitality issue to someone offers you something.
I will kind of put the tea up to my mouth and then try and discreetly kind of just like pour it out.
If you don't want to drink,
some of your drink, sir.
if you don't want to drink that, I'll have the rest.
But it was
Here, sir, you could have mine.
Was it not discreet? Okay.
Hampton is trying to hand you his.
Okay.
I don't need any, sir.
No, Hampton. I insist. It was.
Yeah, I poured 3, so I think all 3 of you should drink.
There you go, Hampton. You can have yours.
They're scared. They're not down.
I'm not scared at all.
And Hampton is like violently trembling and shaking, and the cup is like shaking back and forth inside his hand. And Leslie she's kind of like polite. She has like a nice demeanor, but she's like, kind of seems like you're not really accepting our hospitality around here.
It's because Valjal's not really cool. Neither is Hampton. Neither of them know how to party.
So I had assumed I could kind of do that potentially discreetly.
Deathblade, you can feel his like talons. He starts to do like a little like swaying and a little rocking, and like starts to like flutter his feathers a little bit.
I will if I couldn't have, if it was something that I knew Hampton, I probably wouldn't have poured out. So I will take Hampton's tea, I suppose, and be like, and I will have some and then give some to Hampton. I will like drink some. Be like, here you go, thank you, Hampton.
Well, thank you, sir. Did you drink a whole cup, or did you just drink half a cup and give Hampton half?
I gave Hampton the other half. Unless you, like, I don't want to have you make more. I did spill mine, as Hampton noticed.
There's a little bit of rustling in the jungly leaves. Like, they're big, thick, wide, figgy leaves that are all around you guys. 3 large, I don't want to call them knights, because they're essentially covered in like leaves. Like leaves have been sewn onto their clothing, almost kind of like a chainmail type of thing. They almost look like 3 bodyguards start to come out of the woods and then stand behind Leslie. Leslie goes, 2 you didn't drink all of yours. Just give me a minute while I get another kettle going for you guys.
I'll have another one too.
Okay, so there's going to be 3 more.
Yeah.
And as she starts to like boil it, the 3 leaf knights that are surrounding her are just dead silent. They're not saying, they're just standing there behind her. And Kratar, Deathblade is kind of like, he's got the shakes a little bit holding on to you. You start to see like almost like rippling. Like it starts at the top of your field of vision, and then it's almost like a little bit of a cascading ripple coming down through your field of vision. It hasn't hit Hampton yet. It hasn't hit Vagil yet, and they didn't have too much of it. But it is this kind of like warping of your visual reality starts to cascade down. And Leslie goes, oh yeah, this stuff is really gonna mess you guys up. But you guys are lightweight. See, this is why I didn't put any gutworm in there, because that would just sizzled right through you. But yeah, you guys are about to go on a fucking ride, man.
Nice.
And Vagil, it's starting to hit. And you two look over, and like through the rippling, you see Hampton, and Hampton's eyes have somehow like tripled inside. Like they shouldn't even be able to fit in his skull. And he's just like touching his teeth and trying to count them. Oh, I gotta make sure they're still there. Sire, my teeth are turning into mice. And as reality starts to distort around you, Leslie kind of like pulls back into the shadows of the jungle, and the 3 leaf knights start to step forward towards you, and they're going to be chanting as they do it. So you hear this kind of guttural, like Gregorian chant coming out of them, where the 3 of them together are saying, Leslie, Lucy, Leslie the Chosen, Lucy. And in unison, all 3 pull out daggers, and all in unison as they're chanting Leslie, they take a step forward together.
Yeah, I'm
gonna run.
I feel like I'm gonna be like,
What are you guys up to?
Yeah, I feel like I'd be just generally terrified by what's going on. And
We got 1 vote for getting out of there.
I mean, yeah, I would try to run, but I also think like, it's like I try and have Hampton come with me, but if you were not, I think at this point I appreciate the value in you, and I would be like, oh, you gotta come, dude. Space.
Yeah, we want to keep the crew together.
Yeah. So I would be like, I would try, but so
no Hampton left behind. But
I'm pretty like, I'm tripping balls. I'm not like a little bit, but like not as bad. Like, but I am freaked out by like the vision, and then just like, what the fuck's happening, and like, where'd she go?
And as a esoteric hermit, are you welcoming? You're probably open to experiencing
Yeah, you were like...
this ride that you're on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had ayahuasca for breakfast.
But would you like to invite violence into that experience?
Yeah, sure. I think I'm pretty neutral on whether violence belongs in a spiritual experience or not.
Okay. But let's roll for it.
Okay.
No, we shouldn't count Hampton into this because, he's leaning towards one side already. How about you two do a D20 roll off? We'll go with Vagil on the run or go with Kratar for fight.
6.